First and foremost, welcome to the experience. I'm your host, Stephen the Dream. This is This, That, and the Third interview series. Want to give a huge shout out to No Stress Sound Academy for housing the interview today. Make sure if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, you book at No Stress Sound Academy, #1 sound recording in the city, #1 sound recording in the world. Want to give a huge shout out to TZ LaFleur, Creative Eye Visuals. Not behind the scenes, behind the camera today, but taking care of business as always. Shout out to him. Got a special guest in the building with me today. Second DJ I ever interviewed on this platform before. First female. So we gotta show love.
#1.
But she's not just a DJ, she's a producer. She's a traveling DJ on top of that. And she said she just bring the vibes, man. Wherever she goes, always something. She ain't afraid to break the rules. She ain't afraid to step outside the box. We got DJ Phoenix in the building, a.k.a. the right one. What's
Exactly.
up with you? How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm doing good. You be all over the place, yo.
Yeah, I do.
I want to start right there. Like, not the first time I met. So maybe it was the first time. You was at I Got 20 on My Beats event. Producer event.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I maybe caught you on the tail end, or I know I was coming in. I know I saw you. You were there.
Yeah, was it?
First of all, how was that? How do you find different events to go to? Are you active and looking? Do you have somebody that does that for you? How do you know where to be?
I usually just see stuff, and I'm connected with a lot of people on social media, and even to this day, I'm still meeting people that I've always had on social media, but just in person, like now, like how I'm meeting you now.
Right.
And I saw you for the first time taking the Music Foundations class with DJ Chuck T.
God,
but I didn't really know you back then. And then I saw you at the producer thing with 20.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, next time I see him, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
And so
you connected. You see we here today. We tapped in today. I think that's real dope that you're willing to, step out there, and as a DJ, you got to be able to, I think, be active and finding different gigs and different stuff to do. Why DJ? When did you become a DJ? Like, take me to the essence. Why did you become a DJ?
all
Why
right,
would someone
so
jump into this world?
for the last 10 to 12 years, I've been in music, recording, making beats and things like that. And I DJ'd a few times here and there throughout the years, but just in the past couple of years, I just kind of had a down period. So I wasn't making beats or anything like that after leaving a previous studio.
Okay.
And so I was just rebuilding and just trying to get my mind back right to do music, and DJing just happened to come about, and I just started running with it.
What was difficult about being a DJ? Because to me, I can't do like two things with my hands at once. Like I'll be messing up or trying to do this and do that.
Right.
Like, what was it for you that kind of was the difficult part? Because I'm sure certain things came naturally. Certain things was a little easier. Maybe hearing the song and knowing how to blend it because you already listened to stuff. But what was it for you that was like, ooh, we're gonna have to practice this for real?
Scratching.
Scratching.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still
So you
practice
do know how to
scratching.
do it. So
I do know how
okay.
to do it a little bit, but I still practice like when I can or if I feel, up to it. Because a lot of times, DJs, they don't really scratch. They just blend songs, which is cool, but, they here for a show. They here for entertainment. They can hear these same songs on the radio like they do at home every day anyway. So when you come to an event, that's how I like to think of it. Like I like to think of it as a producer as well, putting tracks together, putting different sounds together, matching beats, matching tempo,
All
effects here and there. You do it all in one.
How long did it take you to be up to par to where you can go do a gig? Maybe not even. Like maybe the first time you was like, all right, I'm going to go do this in front of 5 people, 10 people, whatever it was. Like, I'm going to take this away from the house. Or did you just start and just walk out and go to a spot and say, I'm going to start DJing. Y'all ain't going to know no difference. Let's go.
Yeah, I just ended up catching a gig. It was a 50th birthday party. My very first gig last year, getting back into DJing. I got hired for a birthday party, and I'm just like, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
And I did it, and I got a great review. They said they'll hire me again.
Nice.
And I took it from there. I said, well, I'm going to keep going because this is my way back in.
Right. I was going to ask you, like, what goes into negotiating for a DJ? Like, when you're trying to get a gig, is it like hours? Is it like, all right, I want to get this amount, or is it sometimes like I just need to get the experience and like get in the door because I know maybe later on we can do some other stuff? Like, what is it for you?
So right now it's where I connect with the client, and basically I get all of the information that I need as far as time, what type of event it is, how long they'll need me for, things like that, and city, state. But so far, almost every one of my gigs have been in a different city. So
that's why you're the traveling DJ.
Yeah, that's how I ended up traveling. So it's just that I say, okay, well, I can send you a contract. You look over the contract, sign it, date it. I follow up with an invoice. They pay the deposit, and then from there, it's a payment arrangement made. So I'm usually paid in full, like before I even get there.
About your business.
Yeah.
Chuck T, you hear that? You hear that, Chuck? You got somebody. It paid off, and now I say that to say because that's probably like very important. Did you have to go through lessons maybe before to learn why those things are important, or like did you kind of come out the gate? All right, this is just what we're gonna be on, because I know sometimes people get burnt, and then that's why they got to go to that versus just we starting out like we just gonna do it right. What we supposed to do.
Yeah, in a sense, I mean, I did have to learn, some verbiage, and I went through like maybe a couple of webinars, or I just went through a bunch of contracts and just read them and just edited mine how I wanted it for me. And then also, just because I have a business mindset, I also know or think of things as a client too.
Well, I was out just to interrupt real quick, I was asking more like in terms of experiences. Did you like take any gigs before to where you were like, oh man, this was this way, and it wasn't like maybe not the bad of a DJ, but like an experience that wasn't so pleasant because the business just wasn't right? Or
not yet. I haven't come across that yet.
Not because you own your business already.
Yeah.
That why ain't nobody about to play with you.
Get it set up front so that way I can just show up and do my job and go home.
DJ Phoenix, where you get the name from?
My clients.
Your clients?
Yeah, they started calling me that, honestly, because I was still going by my producer name, The Right One.
Okay.
So just after a while, I guess because my company name is The Phoenix Nest, they just started calling me DJ Phoenix, and so I said, well, okay, I'm gonna run with it.
Where the Phoenix Nest come from then? Like, is there a like a meaning, like in terms of just because I know it's like your video series more so, right?
Right. So previously I had a radio show with WDRB.
Okay.
And so I had just come up with the Phoenix Nest because initially from my previous company, my logo is a phoenix, and I like to think of myself as a phoenix. Like no matter what I do, I always come back harder every time I drop or anything like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'll call my radio show the Phoenix Nest because it's my place. It's my purpose. It's my
With that, so the Phoenix Nest turns into DJ Phoenix, which is the DJ side of all of it. But like you said, the Right One is where you initially started with the music and really started doing your thing. You play instruments?
I do. I play keyboards a little bit.
Okay.
By ear.
Where did this production start? Because I know that's like a whole nother game in music. Because like everybody, probably start their first rap. Like you over there trying to figure out do the first melody or something.
Yeah.
Now, like how was it for you?
So I've always been into music. I come from a family of music. Both my mom and dad have done music their whole lives, and initially I wanted a drum set because my dad played the drums, but I never got one. I ended up getting a keyboard, so I ended up just messing with that. And then when I moved to Charlotte, I ended up connecting with Apex from Apex Studios, and he started teaching me how to produce and Reason, and he let me engineer on some sessions.
So you engineer as well?
Yeah. I just kind of, I don't know, just connected with people and then just kind of jumped in the game.
Do you like engineering? Because I see engineers, I'm like, that's like I be saying all engineers should get a flat $100 for every session. I don't care what it is. Just give them whatever the highest number you can give an engineer that an engineer should make, because either that, do it again, like, or whatever it is that you got to take. Like that's the most patient job I think in music. Like what was it for you, or do you like it? Is it something you do because you can? Like what is it? Because engineering tough, man.
It is, and it can be really tedious. I mean, at this point I do it because I can, because I know how.
Okay.
I mean, I did enjoy learning it, but I at the time I wanted to learn it. And so now, since I know a lot of the basics, the foundations of it, I just do it because I can, because it helps in other areas of music.
just another skill that you got now that you can add on to. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Reason, started producing on Reason first. Mm-hmm. That's different, right? Because most people maybe do Fruity Loops. Mm-hmm. Do you still use Reason? Are you still?
I haven't used Reason in years. I've been stuck on Fruity Loops the last few years. Because once I started connecting with producers and they were using Fruity Loops, I had to learn with them.
Collabs.
So, yeah.
Dude, gotta make it easy. That interface a little, that switch over. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So, when you start producing, because, like, what is it that you like? Like, what's your thing? Is it the live instruments? Is it like setting up a dope loop? Like, what's your sound, or what do you kind of start with when you're making a beat? Like, what is it for you? Is the bass? Is it like, what is it?
I'm still building my own sound, but I usually I try to start with a melody if I can. I try to start with a loop, try to create something. Then I'll start putting a simple drum pattern behind it just to kind of hear something, and then just tweak it from there. Simply because I play the keys, so I try to, play something.
So you try to everything original. Do you like sampling? Like, do you use samples, or you prefer?
I do sample. I do like sampling, but I try to create my own as best of my ability.
Cut into that money when you start hitting those samples, right?
Yeah.
Get a little different. DJ Phoenix, the right one with us. This and the third interview series. You from Akron?
Originally, yeah.
Okay, LeBron. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All that greatness. So Steph was born in Akron, they say, Steph Curry. Mm-hmm. So what was it like? Like, how long were you in Akron, or did you grow up? What was that like over there?
So I basically was born and raised in Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
All the way up until I graduated high school.
Oh,
and that's when we moved down here. So, but I mean, back home, it's a small town. I mean, it's a big small town. Mm-hmm. We have our own minor league baseball team,
right?
And we have a big University of Akron, or Akron U, we call it. So, but it's a nice town, nice people, to an extent. If you're in the right crowds or whatever. But I mean, just like any other small town.
What was like school like, or like just young life for you? You said both of your parents sons, or both of your parents in the house. You have siblings. Like, give me like early life to get to where we are now.
So I have two siblings. I'm the oldest. I have a sister and a brother. And home life, it was pretty average at first. Mom, dad, and then over time they separated, got divorced. So that was just a whole different turning point for me. And at the time, music was there, but basketball was my outlet.
Oh, you ball play.
Yeah, that was my first love.
Okay.
So I basically played basketball from K through 12. Mm-hmm. Everything in between, summers, camps, AAU teams, things like that.
Point guard,
shooting guard.
Nice with it.
I was.
I believe you.
I was a 3-point shooter, and I had handles.
Couldn't stop you.
Sheesh.
Okay. So that was an outlet for you. Mm-hmm. But so did that bring you to Charlotte then eventually, I guess, after high school, or like what was the, I guess, what stopped you from continuing sports or basketball?
I didn't get scouted, and then at the time I didn't really know how to get scouted, or we really didn't have the resources at our high school.
It's tough.
And then the team that I played for, I mean, we weren't a good team, but we had good players individually.
I know how that be.
So it's hard to get scouts to come really watch you.
Y'all got to play together. Y'all got to get some wins on the board. Y'all got to, got to bring them out. But all of that, though, so you say music was still there. Mm-hmm. Who you listen to, like, growing up? Like, what's your like peak era of music? Like, I be looking back and I say, man, like '09 was crazy, because I think we was getting like Young Money. Mm-hmm. I think we was getting a little bit of Kendrick, maybe not much, maybe a little bit, like Trey Songz. Like, it was a little crazy era. Like, what's your like peak era of music, maybe, that gives you a remembrance of a certain time?
So I grew up in the church. So I grew up listening to a lot of gospel music.
Okay.
So at the time, before I even really got into music, it was Kirk Franklin, Mary Mary, Yolanda Adams, Donnie McClurkin, John P. Key, people like that, And then once I started getting into, the other types of music, it was around the time where Drake and Nicki Minaj was just coming out with Young Money and things like that. So I was like, I kind of started there, but then I had to start backtracking because I missed a lot, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And so and just took it from there.
Do those roots from like gospel music show into your beats?
Definitely, because I love live sound.
Mm-hmm.
I love when I make a beat. I wanna hear a band play it one day. You know.
Right. Oh, that is like,
you know what I mean.
From the computer to the
right.
to the stage. Yeah, that's hard.
Right.
That's
I want to hear
yeah.
a band like or a college band or a live band at shows. Like I want to hear it live.
Nice. With having that like that background too, and just wanting to hear that. How do you transition like? Well, I guess you wouldn't because it's beats. I was gonna say like usually I would ask an artist like, yo, if you came from the church, like, do your parents like approve of your music? Like, do they actually listen to it? But I guess like this is a little different because it's like I guess once someone raps on it, it's like, well, that's not my choice. Like
right.
But like, do you get support for like in terms of what you do? Like, do you feel like like because I'll say I had a gift for gab growing up, but I don't think my family saw me as like someone that was gonna be here doing this. Maybe like a lawyer, maybe something else, but this was a little different. So it took a little longer for them to really be like, right, all right, this is what you're gonna do. Yeah. How is it maybe for you? Is it still, a DJ, you in the club every night? You doing, the look of it, the persona, what it could be, versus like, no, like I'm at events, I'm doing this, I'm connecting with other people in the studio half the time. Like, what is it for you though?
They pretty much accept it, and they see what I've done and where I'm going, so they understand the environment in which I have to be in at times to do my job and to do something that I love. Right. Regardless of how I grew up, because those things are still instilled in me. I'm still a good person at heart. I'm still who I am. So what I do and where I am doesn't affect that.
Right. Well, then that's dope. Then yeah, we gonna keep turning up in the clubs and keep going crazy because we rooted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This, that, and the third interview series, DJ Phoenix, the right one. Do you have like a favorite? Do you have like a dream? Someone that you want on your song, like a dream collab, I guess, or is there an event that you want to do, like that that you're gonna? I ain't gonna say want to do that you're gonna do one day that would be like the pinnacle of being a DJ, or like I said, that song with a producer that would be the best for you.
My pinnacle as a DJ would probably end up as somebody's. I would end up as a celebrity DJ.
Oh, so you wanna connect?
Like I think that would be a pinnacle for me. But at most, I mean, I'm happy with moving up from doing birthday parties and anniversaries and things like that. Like I want to do festivals and concerts, maybe DJ like Rolling Loud, things like that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Do you rock out like that? Like, what kind of music? Because I know you mix different genres of music. Like, what is your favorite? Do you do like EDM, like hip hop? Like,
My favorite is hip hop, rap, trap.
Okay.
80s, 90s, 2000s.
Okay.
Because I like to blend it, and a lot of our songs we sample from those times too. So it's easy to blend them together, especially for a mixed crowd. You can hear the old stuff and the new stuff together.
Put an artist on one of your songs, dead or alive, any artist, and the money don't matter, the connection don't matter. You can go. They want to get on the song.
Drake.
Yeah. Drake. Nah.
Drake.
Drake. That will bring you a lot of money. That will bring you a lot of acclaim. That's gonna bring you. Well, Drake's never had a bad song, so there's gonna be no scrutiny there.
Yeah. Or Kendrick Lamar. He's one of my other favorites.
Kendrick Lamar.
I feel like I have a couple of Drake worthy or Kendrick worthy beats.
I was gonna ask, how do you advertise your beats? Like, is it BeatStar? Is it like, or do you go like straight to consumer? Like, how are you trying to put your production out?
So I want to put them online. I haven't put them online yet. But basically, it's just when I'm connecting with other artists, they ask me if I have beats, I let them hear a couple of them, see if they want to do something with it. It's really just more direct versus online right now.
Usually the best way, you can put that stuff online and it get leased out, and then somebody want to come get that exclusive, it might be bad for you on the back end. So, do you like getting a reaction when people listen to your beat? Like, what's the better reaction? Somebody listening to your beat and being like, all right, that's hard, or turn up that party and being like, oh, they rocking. Like, okay, I got them eating out. Because I know that's that feeling. I know as a DJ, you feel like, oh, I could turn this thing one way or the other right now. Whatever way they rocking with me. But as a producer, it's like, man, I spent 17 hours, bro.
Yeah.
You like it?
You like it? Tell me what you think. I think for me, it's when I see them sitting there really listening to it. Because I do that. When I really like it, I'll be like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's kind of hot.
Right.
Like, you ain't really got to be like, oh, that's fire. Like, you ain't got to do all that. Like, yo, that's
gassing.
Like, that's kind of hot. Or they'll be like, yo, like, I can write to that. Because I've had, like, a couple of artists write or sing to a couple of my beats. But, you know, sometimes it's not always the right fit. You know, what they said may have sounded good, but as a song as a whole, it may have been, you know.
So you real, maybe not picky, but like particular, like you will put your input in on something that's going to be on your song. You should be.
Because I want it to go somewhere. And if it has my name on it, you know, I want it to be the best product that it can be.
If I can't promote it.
Yeah, then what are we going to do with it?
It's over with. So this, that, and the third interview series. Tell me right now, what do you see for the rest of the year? We like halfway through. We get to like, you know what I'm saying, right there. 2020 it's over with at this point. You know what I'm saying? We should be
planning for next year.
Exactly. So tell me, let's do that. Forget the rest of the year. Because you're just going to keep going crazy. I already know more events, more bookings, probably more songs coming out. But if we can have this conversation a year from now, what is this, June, whatever, 2023.
16.
Set the date, set the mood, set the situation. People don't come up here and tell me we're going to be on a yacht, bruh, drinking out the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to be able to do an interview with you. We're going to be on FaceTime because I'm going to be busy. Like, they done told me, he said, I'm going to switch up on you, bro. Damn, it's all good, bro. I see you at the top. But tell me, we got this conversation a year from now. What would you like to be doing? What would you like to be talking about a year from now?
A year from now, I would like to be talking about how I ended up getting placements, how I could teach other artists how to get placements.
There we go.
And just helping put other artists on. Like, there's a lot of talented people out here. We can't be selfish. We can't just try to take it all. You know, it's room for everybody, especially in the music industry.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, opportunity.
So much money out here.
So I want to ask you before we get out of here, just transitioning out of being a DJ and a producer, I'm sure there's other things you want to do. I'm sure you know there's plenty of time. You still going to be turned up. You're going to get to the peak of those places. But what is it that you see as the next step for you that music will propel you into?
So the next steps for me are I'll be probably managing artists and or starting a label. I already have my name, I think. I think.
Don't say it then.
I think.
You know what I'm saying?
But when y'all hear it, it's gonna make sense.
Okay.
It's all gonna come together.
But that would be dope, man. Like I was saying, like I hear your business mind is already there. You already, like I try to move like an artist. I would want an artist to move like in promotion and doing certain stuff. And like, I even see yourself doing that just on your page, like letting people see what you do, putting it in their faces. You know, like just certain things that you could probably teach somebody as well.
Right.
That could make you a lot and take you to where you want to go too.
Because what I want to teach other artists, I want to do it for myself first, so I can show them like this can be done. I did it for myself. It might have took me a little while because I did it alone, but this is what I can do for you.
That's 100. I appreciate you for coming up here, spending some time with us, taking us into the Phoenix nest, you know, all the way. Got any shout outs? Got any final words? Any bookings coming up? Anything people need to check you out at, or where can they find you? I know you got the website. Just give them the rundown.
Yeah, so you can find me on social media, Facebook and Instagram, The Right One, THEWR1 GHT. TikTok, DJ Phoenix17. Also on Facebook and Instagram, you can find me at the APHOENIXNEST, and that's the Phoenix Nest. Also, you can check out my website, thephoenixnest.com. Hit me up for any bookings, or you can text me at 704-237-6921. You'll get an automatic response from me, and we can go from there.
All right, so we gotta put it on camera right now too. I gotta put my my word on it, cause I know you lit. I gotta book you at one of my events.
All right.
So I'm gonna book you
right.
for one of my events, and you know what I'm saying. I think I seen maybe you do a couple of events or so, or was a part of a couple of events.
I was a part of a couple, and I tried to throw a couple before. Yeah, right. I threw a sip and paint for my birthday last year.
So when that's you need a lit host, you need somebody to come turn that thing up.
Yeah,
come holler at me.
All right,
let's do that, man. But I'm gonna book you though.
My birthday coming up.
Your birthday coming up?
My dirty 30.
What we doing?
I want to do something.
You want to work or you want to play?
I want to play.
Well, all right, we're gonna. I got you. All right, look, dirty 30 on the when is that?
July 17th.
Oh, I was about to say you was almost a Leo. You was almost great.
I was close.
That close. You was that close. All right, July 17th. We turning up. We gonna figure it out. But I want to give a huge shout out to No Stress Sound Academy for housing the interview today. Make sure y'all follow us at No Stress Sound Academy. Book your recordings here. #1 recording studio in the city of Charlotte. Make sure y'all follow us at This, That, and the Third interview series for more interviews, clips, and freestyles. Make sure y'all follow me at Stephen the Dream. That's STEPHEN Dream. I am the voice of the Carolinas. This is DJ Phoenix. This, That, and the Third interview series.